Fast food. How could you make something like that controversial? It doesn't matter whether you're red or blue, Republican or Democrat. The one thing that unites Americans across the nation is an unhealthy obsession with greasy, artery-clogging fast food. But today, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do what was thought impossible. I'm about to drop takes hot enough to ignite a civil war. It's time to make my fast food tier list. Did I make a fast food tier list like a year ago? Yes. Yes, I did. But a lot can change in a single year, including fast food. Also, I'm a YouTuber. You really think I would be above recycling content? And as part of being a YouTuber, that means shamelessly plugging at the start of every single video. So, click that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year, so it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe. I also have a Twitter, Twitch, and Discord server, all linked in the description down below. Thanks, and enjoy being unreasonably infuriated by my fast food opinions. Arby's. Is there really anything I need to say about Arby's? It's a disgusting fast food place serving you cold cuts on hamburger buns. Not to mention, the first and last time, mind you, that I went to an Arby's, I got a salad, okay? I opened it up, and there was mold in it, moldy tomatoes. So I went up to go ask for another one. This salad also had moldy tomatoes. And it turned out that half of the salads in their fridge were full of moldy tomatoes. And at that point, I just wasn't hungry anymore. So, Arby's gets a very generous placement in the D tier. Burger King. Now, as far as fast food goes, Burger King is about as middle of the road as you can get. It's okay food. Not vile, but not exactly exceptional either. So I'm going to give Burger King a respectable C tier. I've never been to Little Caesars, I will confess that to you. But I'm going to rate it anyway, just for that extra rage factor. You can get a large pizza at Little Caesars for about $5, which is pretty damn good. But that makes me wonder exactly how much microplastic is in that pizza crust. Also, minus points for not having a gluten-free option. B tier. Good old Carl's Jr. You know, they call it Hardee's on the East Coast, but we all know that the East Coast isn't real, so that's not exactly relevant information. Carl's Jr. is a very reliable option. I fondly remember stopping at Carl's Jr. on road trips. They give you the option to do lettuce-wrapped burgers, which seems disgusting, but back when gluten-free options weren't really a thing, Carl's Jr. was a pioneer in the industry. A tier. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is overrated. Now, I haven't been in about a year or two, mostly because I don't like giving money to companies actively working to shove me back into the closet, but also because it's really not worth it. The only quality item at Chick-fil-A are the waffle fries. They're pretty damn good, especially with barbecue sauce, which is the only correct way to consume Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Everything else there is actually pretty mid. Oh, and just so I don't get driven off the internet, I don't boycott Chick-fil-A because it's Christian. There are a lot of good Christians out there who are allies. But Chick-fil-A actively donates to charities who are also actively working against gay and trans people. So, Chick-fil-A will be going to the one tier I made just for Chick-fil-A, the rotten hell tier. Chipotle. I'm not sure I would honestly consider Chipotle real fast food. It's too healthy and not greasy enough. But, since it's here, Chipotle is a great establishment. They get a bad rap of the whole E. coli incident, but hey, that's extra nutrition. Chipotle gives you so many customization options, meaning you can make your meals as healthy or as heart attack inducing as you would like. Although, you always feel healthy after eating it. But yeah, fresh ingredients, good food, and good options. Chipotle is A tier. The only reason it's not God tier is because it's not fucking fast food. Domino's. Another pioneer in the gluten-free food industry. Now, I can't really speak to the non-gluten-free pizza, but back when gluten-free pizza first came out, the crust was cardboard. But it was so much better than any other pizza options, and it was great. Nowadays, I actually find the gluten-free crust to be quite good, now that they've had time to innovate on it. A tier. Dairy Queen. I'd only call Dairy Queen fast food because it meets that standard of being kinda trashy. But it's like the good kind of trashy, the guilty pleasure sort, you know? Blizzards are fantastic. It's not top tier ice cream, but it's kind of its own thing. And whatever that thing is, damn, is it good. A tier. Five Guys. And now, here we enter what is probably the most intense part of the fast food debate. Five Guys or InNOut. I've been to both of these establishments. And Five Guys, I gotta be honest, is alright, I guess. I just never really understood the hype. Burger is fine. Decor isn't my type, but that's to be expected since I'm a West Coast bitch. But the kicker here is the fries. One of the staples of the Five Guys franchise is that they pour an extra serving of fries into your bag. Some people find that cool, but personally, that's really fucking annoying. I wouldn't care if the fries weren't so goddamn greasy. And people say because of it, you're getting more for your money, but that's bullcrap because the prices are so fucking expensive. C tier. Solely because if I placed Five Guys any lower, I would probably get doxxed. But on the flip side of that coin, we have InNOut. First of all, can I just establish that the decor in this place is awesome? When I walk into a McDonald's, I feel like the average middle-class mom walking in because I didn't have time to make dinner. But when I walk into an InNOut, I feel like one of the cool kids again. Secondly, pricing. InNOut could probably get away with pricing their food a lot higher, but the prices are still incredibly low. That's pretty damn respectable. Third, the food. They do lettuce wrap burgers too, by the way, bonus point for being another gluten-free fast food pioneer. Food is pretty damn good, especially for what you're paying. And the fries aren't my favorite, but they are solid. And surprisingly little grease on those fries, by the way. And finally, what is probably my favorite part of InNOut is the secret menu. It's a menu of items reserved for the secret elite. Not displayed anywhere else in the restaurant. No, you need to do some investigating to get these items. Amazing restaurant, and the first restaurant so far to land itself in the God tier. Jack in the Box. I used to really enjoy Jack in the Box, I will tell you that. There was something about those trashy tacos with American cheese and curly fries that was just magical to me. But recently, I went back to experience the magic, and it was completely gone. The food was just mid. Maybe Jack in the Box fell off. Or maybe I just grew up. B tier for nostalgia purposes. KFC. Now, I haven't been there since I was pretty young, before we learned that I had a gluten allergy, in fact. I can't remember much about that restaurant, but one thing I will never forget is how dry those goddamn biscuits were. I live in Arizona, the driest place in the country, and the weather could never come close to being as dry as those goddamn biscuits. D tier. Ah, the Golden Arches, the pinnacle of fast food, the king. I don't always like McDonald's, but every once in a while I get a craving that only McDonald's can satiate. And hey, those fries are the best in the business. You can never go wrong with McDonald's. A tier. Panda Express. I've never been really able to experience Panda because all the sauces were loaded with soy, but what I remember of it was pretty good, so B tier. Papa John's. Papa John's does have gluten-free options nowadays, but they are not pioneers in the industry by any means. Just some mindless sheep following the next trend. A lot of people like Papa John's. I never really got the hype. C tier. Popeyes. Believe it or not, I've never actually been. I remember a year or two back, it was the talk of the internet. Everyone loved Popeyes. But all I have to go off of is Review Bra's review of their popcorn shrimp.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
And any food that can ruin Review Bra's day doesn't deserve a spot on my goddamn tier list. Popeyes is going straight to the ninth circle of the rotten hell tier list. Sonic. Food is mediocre, but the slushies, they slap. They are pretty goddamn good, and sometimes they have exceptional flavors, sometimes they're just mediocre. All depends on the season. B tier, and it would have been an A tier if the servers still came out on roller skates. Subway. No. Just no. Maybe the subs are incredible, but I doubt they can beat local chains. And the salads, those are just so incredibly depressing. D tier. Taco Bell. And here, I'm going to get quite a bit of hate for this one. But somebody needs to have the courage to speak up and say it. I can't let cancel culture and the radical left win this one. Taco Bell is mid. There, I said it. It's an insult to actually an Americanized Mexican food. The taco meat doesn't feel real. It feels like it was grown in some sort of fucking lab. And the nacho fries, those were just incredibly disappointing. A shame, really. Taco Bell gets a C. Wendy's. Wendy's is just another Burger King-like establishment. Not excellent, but not horrible. The problem with Wendy's is the square fucking burgers. Look, I get it. Every company needs a little gimmick to stand out. But if the only way you can get your company to stand out is by making your burgers square, why the hell should a restaurant even exist at all? A disgraceful C for Wendy's. Finally, we have White Castle. I've never been, but the concept itself is just depressing. It's so incredibly sad. Tiny sliders in a restaurant with that crappy aesthetic. What even is the point? White Castle is just a burger restaurant undergoing a midlife crisis. And White Castle, if you're watching this, just know that's gonna be okay, buddy. We're gonna get through this. And that's all. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you are thoroughly offended by this video. But if you aren't, click subscribe because I guarantee you the next tier list I make definitely will. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day and I will talk to you all later.